Kitchen Remodel begins as a dream. Today, you'll follow the remodeling journey of my husband and myself, from the very first steps of planning and demo to the exciting stage where the project is almost complete. How did Kusiak Construction do? Let's take a look.
And it looks gorgeous. I
Looks a nice
absolutely love
finish.
it.
Good morning. We're at Jim Jano's house today, and we're honored to start his kitchen. I'm with Bob, and
Morning.
Bob is the salesman, and Jim is the customer, and also a business associate of ours as well. But we're at the point where we're about ready to start doing the work. So Bob, if I could bring you in, what exactly are we planning on doing today, and who is here? And we want to let the customers know a little bit about what happens when they choose Kusiak Construction to do a construction project.
Yeah, well, today we're here with our lead foreman to get started on the job. His name is Bill Scheider. He's been with the company for a long time. He's very skilled. First thing he's doing is covering the floors to protect from damage from the work site. And then we're going to go over what the actual job entails. In Jim's particular case, he has some use for the old cabinets, so we're going to take them down carefully and store them for him. And we're using a couple other of the old items in the kitchen, like the sink, so that we want to save that. And the rest of it, we're going to haul away right away and get it off the site.
Jim, you're a customer and a business associate of ours. We appreciate the fact that you've chosen Kusiak Construction to do the work. One of the things that we like to do, and it's one of the strong suits that Bob has taught me, is job preparation. And the things that we're doing now, spending all that time prior, making sure that we can answer any questions, making sure that we have the job ready to go, it makes it that much better for us to make the project go as we thought that it was going to. And today's one of those days. We're doing the prep work, we're doing the walkthrough, and then the actual project of starting to take down cabinets will even start today. So far, what would you say from the beginning, from the initial presentation to today, what has it been like to work with Kusiak Construction?
I walked into this with some expectations, but my expectations were just blown away. Prior to meeting you folks, I had a big box. They sent somebody out to take a look at my kitchen and give me a price. It was almost like buying a car. It was a pressure cooker. If you didn't agree with them, they let you know until you did. What I loved about this whole experience, my wife especially, is Bob came in and he started off, he asked us a lot of questions, what our needs are, what our budget was. And he started off at around 10,000 feet so we could kind of get an idea of what kind of budget we would have. And then he allowed us to start narrowing down into what we could afford and what could fit within our budget for the counters, the cabinets. It was a wonderful experience, and I really do appreciate it.
Bob, 50 plus years of experience. This isn't our first kitchen.
No, not quite.
And so one of
But
the
this
things,
is an important one.
yeah, they all are.
They all are.
Even as much as we've done, the one thing that we want to make sure is we may have done thousands of kitchens, but you're doing one. It's yours. So we're going to treat it that way. But I think one of the things, and as many people know that have been watching us and watching the maturation of Kusiak Construction, I know that Bob is my mentor, and he's taught me this. This is our approach. This is who we are. So if you call us, we're going to take our time. We're going to use our expertise together to give you the options, and then the customer makes the decision of what they want, and then that allows us to come on out and do what we need to do. And then also, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Billy Scheider over our shoulder. Billy is a skilled carpenter, and we have all A teams, and Bill is the A of the A team. Okay. And it just, I know and I feel comfortable with Bob selling and you guys collaborating and Bill doing the work, that this is the type of team that we want to have a successful project.
You know, and I was introduced to Bill, and I felt very comfortable right up front. He was very dignified, very professional, and when you have somebody in your house every single day, that's important to a homeowner.
It absolutely is, and that's one of the things that when we talk to our guys, when we have our team meetings, and when we have a walkthrough like this, and you're seeing he's putting down some covering on your carpet, because we know that we don't want dust everywhere. We know you don't want dust everywhere. We want to protect the rest of the project, the rest of your home while we're doing this project. And one of the things that we know is that it's difficult for anybody, even us, when you're inside someone's home. And other than your family, this is your most prized possession. Mm-hmm. So this is something that we stress when we're talking with our guys, our salespeople are talking to the customers. and to our technicians and everyone in Kusiak Construction that we understand that, and it is an enormous honor to be chosen to work inside someone's home. And we understand that. So we try to get the project done as quickly as we can without rushing, but making sure that we inconvenience you to the least amount, and that when we're done, you have a new kitchen and everybody's happy. So we're at Jim Jano's project here in Valparaiso, and I want to give the listening audience and the viewing audience a little bit about what happens when you choose Kusiak Construction to do your home improvement. Bob Popovich is the salesperson. We have Bill Scheider over here. We have Manny here. And normally what would happen is when we're about ready to get started to work, it's going to be a walkthrough. And Bob, the salesman, is going to talk with our carpenters to let them know exactly what we sold and what we need to do.
Okay, so Bill, we're going to start Jim's kitchen today, and there are a couple of things that we want to make sure that we understand. First of all, the sink is going to remain and be used in the new kitchen, so we want to take that out and store it carefully. The rest of the appliances are going. The kitchen refrigerator is going to stay, and we'll keep that going through the entire project.
Your life is getting disrupted constantly, you know, and during this whole project. So we try to make it as convenient as possible. Like your stove, we try to cover it up, make sure that it, you know, doesn't have a bunch of debris on it.
And then this pony wall is going to be cut down to the height of the base cabinets. Okay. We'll have to have the electrician out and reroute the electric.
Well, Jim, you had mentioned earlier when you had some of our competition out that you felt like you were being pressured to make a decision. One of the things that we're never going to do at Kusiak Construction is be that guy. And Bob and I set the tone, and when there's things that change in the marketplace, and sometimes you get tempted to do certain things, we literally say that. Then we'll be like everybody else. And we say that's not who we're going to be. We're going to stay true to who we are. That is to treat every person like they should be treated. This is your day, yours and your wife's day. We're going to give you the proper amount of attention and make sure that we drive you down the street, but you're making the decisions because this is your kitchen. And you're going to do this every 20, 25 years. So we want to make sure the decisions that you made were the right decisions, and it's the look that you wanted, and you can make those decisions. We like to think of ourselves as a resource. You ask us the questions, we'll tell you what we think is good, and then at the end of the day, it's your kitchen. We're going to install it the right way, and you're going to choose what you want in there. And 9.5 out of 10 times, it works out exactly the way we wanted to. And we're striving to make that 10 out of 10 times that it works out every way. And we find the way to do that is to have these conversations, to spend the time front-sided on the project. Make sure we go through all the things that could happen, all the things that can't happen, and then we have to execute the game plan.
Curious how my dream kitchen turned out? Watch the companion video and I'll give you a tour. And be sure to follow Kusiak Construction for more amazing remodels.
And it looks gorgeous. I
It's a nice
absolutely love
finish.
it.
Smash the button and subscribe today.